Hello guys, welcome to a video where I'll be talking about a tier list on every single weapon in GPO. I'm just going to make this short and sweet. Never used tier maker before, but I just grabbed some images. I removed all the katanas. All the katanas are pretty much the same to me. They all just vary in damage. And they just, do different damage with one sword style and two sword styles. So I'm not really going to be including every single katana. So I'm just going to hop right into it. It's at the end of the video I'll be showing you guys how to actually use some of these weapons, the ones that I actually have. And yeah, let's get started. First weapon is Cupid's Battle Axe. So Cupid Battle Axe came out during the Valentine's update. It has one combo extender, one block break, medium range, and medium M1s. Medium 1 speed. It's a good weapon. It can be used, but I wouldn't recommend it because you have to do a little Kirby dash in the beginning. Really simple to do though. And sorry if you hear noise in the background. But yeah, it's usable. Wouldn't really recommend, but it's good if you're using a strength build. Next is Suishi. Never know how to pronounce it. Zero combo extenders, but high damage if you have like zero into sword pretty much. It's I'm just gonna put it in. It's there, can be used, but I wouldn't recommend. It has a decent block break, but not many people are gonna fall for it. Next we have Bicento. Bicento's also a basic one. High damage moves, but can't be combo extended into. Really long M1 range and really good damage with fast M1. Not fast, but pretty high medium speed M1s. So it's fun. I use it as a troll weapon. Next we have Candy Cane. Candy Cane's good. It has a heal move and a solid block break that not too many people are good at using. It's there, but I'd just recommending to use for M1s or maybe just a nice little block breaker heal. So it's just there. It's not the greatest. So yep, if you have Crab Cutlass, this was introduced in update 4. Not update 4, but it was introduced in the Alabasta Island, so it was good when it first came out. It used to be unfair, but now with the recent nerfs, it's there, can be used. It might have a combo extender, but it's really hard to pull off. Next we have Cupid's Wand, also introduced in the Valentine's update. A solid block break that's hard to predict, and a heal move. It doesn't work. It's actually kind of glitched with pads, so if you actually sprint over it with Cupid wings or Cupid wand, it's kind of funny that it just doesn't work. But it's there. It can be used. It's kind of also a troll weapon. You have Elo's Hammer. This was updated in 3.5. Its Pounding Festival doesn't combo extend anymore, or not many people know how to use it as a combo extender. But a good solid block break that has hyper armor, so if somebody hits you when you're using it, they take no knockback, and you do too. You take no knockback too, and you get a free M1 combo, which is really stupid, but it's good. Does high damage with its Pounding Festival, but cooldowns are meh. The Firework Lance, this one came out in the 2nd anniversary update. It's good and usable. It has pretty much one good move. One of them's really easy. To the Moon's very easy to PB, and the other ones are good for getting people like outside the storm circle in BR if you actually do it. So I'm putting usable, but if you know how to PB the To the Moon move, it's kind of useless. Next we have Firework Lancer, not Firework, Festival. Festival Lancer was introduced in the Christmas update. I never did the boss, I just traded for this weapon, but pretty much this weapon is really only good for people that use like Dragon Claw or melee builds, because it's slow in 1 speed. It really feels slow, yet it's the same speed as Elo's Hammer. It's not that great. Festival wall, or Ice Wall, is kind of funny to use, but it's not useful. One combo extender and it's super easy to use, and it's kind of dumb. So I'm gonna put it in good. If you use like Dragon Claw or Blackleg, I'd put it in unfair, but I'm going to be going off of a sword build type thought about it. So yeah, next we have Flowers. Flowers is also decent. It's like Firework Festival Lancer, but it does less than 1 damage, but faster in 1 speed. And it has a pretty easy combo extender to use if you know how to use it correctly. Put in usable, and the flower smell is not good if you're rushing somebody, so I just stay in place whenever you use it so you can get that 3 seconds of stamina uptime. Next we have Festival Shield. This is also just a troll weapon. It also came out inside the Christmas update. But this is just a troll weapon. It's kind of good in BR because its R move, sharing is caring, can be can bounce back damage from like other people's ultimates and stuff for 5 seconds, or probably a lot more than that. It's good, it's usable, but its shield bash isn't true into up tilt. It gives the other players a free combo extender, and it's just not good. So I'm gonna put it in Y tier. It's something you never see, and its shield bash has a range of about a 2-year-old child, so you ain't hitting anybody with it. Now we have Golden Hook. This was also introduced in the Alabasta update, so I'm going to be putting this in unfair tier, but people are going to be wondering why I'm doing this. It's because Golden Hook, when have a bunch of points into Sword, its grab move can do up to 300 damage plus poison, which is about 200 damage maybe if you don't have Logia. And it can be combo extended off of if you use poison plus impale, which is really stupid. And the second one is that it can be used as a move stacking weapon. For example, if you watch my fastest combo in the West video, this weapon is the reason you can move stack, or you can do also with Death Defied on Yomi, but it works best with Golden Hook, so you can get some combo extenders from that, and it's also possible without Yomi too. So that's why I'm going to be putting in unfair tier. It's just a really good weapon. Next we have Golden Pole. I'm going to be saying this one is not like electrified with Mink, and if it was with Mink I'd probably put it in unfair because the stun's so annoying, but I'm going to put it in also in Y tier. This one came out when Skypeo was a thing, so this weapon's super old. It drops from a decently hard boss, but the weapon's pretty unusable when you're versing without using Goro or Mink. So, and the moves are pretty trash. Next we have Gravity Blade. It's a really trash image of it, but this weapon can be usable. I'm not really going to be talking much about it. This weapon came out when Gravito came out. It works better with Zushi because the grab that it has is really stupid. It's kind of unfair because of that, but it just sucks stamina away and is really broken with a like Yomi Gravity Frenzy combo, and it's kind of funny. The Gravity Frenzy can also be used as a combo extender if you sit inside the character. And there's the R move, I don't remember what that one, but it's a very good high damage move with points, and but doesn't block break. So I'm putting in usable tier. Can be used, but it's not the greatest. Actually, maybe I should have put it's there and can be used. Next we have Hollow's Fang. I'm gonna also be putting it into it's there and can be used. It has one combo extender and a decent block break that has no hit stun. So pretty much if you use the move and just randomly don't block break somebody, you are going to get punished for it. Super easy to punish. It's actually kind of annoying when you have the weapon, but it's not that good. The Shadow's Mark can be used, but you have to be able to combo somebody into another move. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about Hollow's Fang. It came out in the Halloween update, and the boss was also kind of hard to kill for a bad weapon. Next we have Iceborne Daggers. I'm kind of going to be playing this in the Y tier. It came out in Season 2 Battle Pass, and it's just a bad weapon. It has barely any range because it's a short weapon, and I don't have the weapon, so the ice dagger part where you can make the daggers make you go frozen. That part's good, can be used with some things, but it's better if you just use a different weapon. And the multi-hit move is as a free combo extender for the other person. Because if you don't kill the person with that move, you're just going to be getting hit back because the move has no hit stun, and it's kind of stupid. But yeah, I don't recommend this weapon. Next, I'm also going to be talking about Inferno Rocket Blade. This weapon's also garbage. It came out on the second anniversary update, and it's just not there. If you're using a gun build, you still need to deal damage with the weapon itself instead of just dealing damage with everything that you use, which is really dumb. Its E-move is also only a block break on the last hit, which makes it really bad. And it's a slow move, so it's super easy to escape. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about Inferno. It has a cool grip animation, but it's just lacking what it needs. Next is Bells. I'm going to also be putting in Y. It's a funny weapon that if you want to use versus your friends that are like worse than you or something. But it has a nice heal move, but the worst range of M1s in the game. But it's also really fast and somehow deals a lot more damage than you'd expect with how small the weapon is. But it's going in Y tier. One move, it's a healing chime. Yeah, it can be used in like duos, but it's not good. Same with all the katanas. They're only meant for one sword style and two sword style. And I'm still going to be putting it in that tier because if you want a barrage move, just use Gravity Blade, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about it. Next we have Gauntlets. They're good. If you're using an actual M1 build, then they're actually decent. If not, they're going straight to the bottom, but they're just not there. I wouldn't recommend using it, of course, if you're not using a sword build, but technically this is going off of a sword build, but I'm just not going to bother about that part. Be putting them in a good tier. They're decent, but I wouldn't recommend fully using them just as a weapon that can do a longer M1 range than Fist, because Blacklight can do more damage with like less points by a mile. And this weapon came out when Thriller Bark was in the game. Next we have Kirabachi. I'm putting this in unfair tier. Some people might not know how to use the weapon, but if you just Kirby dash into the Frenzy move, you're pretty much just gonna do a free 500 damage if you have about 700 into points. It's really dumb, crazy high damage, and a really easy combo extender. And the R move has annoying hyper armor with if someone hits you when you're using it and the move goes off, they're getting stunned, you're getting stunned, but you can still M1 first, because that's just how that weapon works. Sadly, its M1 damage does cap out at 40, so you can put a little less points into the weapon. It just makes your Frenzy do a little less damage. And yeah, this weapon's unfair. It's really good, and I'd say it's one of the best weapons for BR. Changed my mind. I don't care. The weapon's pretty OP. Same with Kraken Blade. I'm just putting this at the top because it deserves it. This is probably is the best weapon in the game. Its R and E move can both be combo extended just with one simple mechanic that you can learn, which is the Kirby dash. You can watch my video on mechanics. That is kind of bad, but it's there if you need it. This weapon's broken. It's kind of something that was put into the game with haste, and it made the updates made it, not haste, but the updates made it way too good. And it came out when Krakens came out, but when the weapon first came out, it was bad. But now it's OP because of the hit stun on heavier weapons. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be saying. Really good weapon. And yeah, next we're gonna move on to PCC. This was in the first anniversary update. I'm just gonna put it one above Candy Cane because it does one extra damage and one extra heal on everything, I think. I don't know about the heal, but it just does one extra damage. So technically it is better than Candy Cane. But because it's so rare, I'd put it down lower because not many people have it and nobody uses it based on, you know, if you have it or not. So yeah, I'm just going to talk about so now the Prestige Firework Lancer and Prestige Inferno Blade. I'm just going to put these right next to each other. I'm just going to put the Prestige right in front of it. They both came out in the second anniversary update, but these weapons are garbage. They're barely usable, and they're just they just look a bit cooler. And I'm gonna put Pipe in good tier. It's really unfair against Wall because it can do hundreds of damage within seconds, pretty much. Not seconds, but really fast, and it's pretty unescapable, and it does crazy high damage. And it gets buffed a tiny bit with Mara. But yeah, that's Pipe. It's not the greatest. I'd put it at like below Candy Cane, I think, because that's kind of where I think it deserves. That's just what I'm talking about. It came out when BR was introduced. Next was Iceborne Rapier. This is also Season 2 Battle Pass, but this weapon can be unlocked a bit earlier than the Iceborne Daggers. This weapon's good. It has one combo extender, and its R move can do crazy high damage, about 200 damage if you have 700 into points, and it's kind of stupid that it can do that much damage in such a short time. It's not a combo extender unless you're playing against someone with high ping, then it technically becomes a combo extender. But it's a weapon that can just do chip damage. It's really stupid. And its E move is a block break and yet a combo extender, so that's where I'm going to be putting it. It's not unfair. I kind of hate the weapon. It's not the greatest, and people really don't know how to use it. Next is Jester Scythe. It used to be also a really broken weapon back then, but now it's bad. And its R move can be combo extended into Zushi pull if somebody actually does that for once. And its E move can be used as a combo extender against someone with high ping. But this weapon came out in the Halloween update. It used to be really good, but now it's kind of bad. It has medium speed M1s and good range with a actually pretty cool grip animation. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be talking about it. I wouldn't recommend this to other people, but it's cheap in trading if you actually care about that. Next we have Trident. I'm also going to be putting into good tier. It's there. It does good M1 damage, fast M1 speed, and it can be, and the Trident pool is kind of good if you're like limp and you PB or block break somebody to get that extra bit of damage off. Its Impale isn't a true combo extender, but it can be used a true combo extend. Not true. It can be used as a combo extender against somebody that like isn't as smart, but doesn't really know it, but kind of knows what they're doing, because the move has no hit stun at the end, so you can just instantly block pretty much to not let people M1 you. But yeah, that's I'm gonna be talking about this weapon. It came out when Fishman Cave was announced, which I don't know where any of these updates were. And finally, Season 1 Battle Pass, Roadender. I'm putting this in unfair tier. It has 2 good combo extenders, can have 3 if versing somebody with like high ping. And pretty much this weapon does it does really good against people with high health builds, because when I was rocking a 2000 health build one time, my friend used it against me and it sucked out like 400 HP from me, which can instantly unlimp somebody pretty much, and it's kind of stupid. And the last move of the Trox is a nice block break that does high damage and good AoE. So yeah, that's my tier list. If anybody wants to use it, I think I posted it on the thing. And yeah, I'm gonna just show you guys a bit of I guess like how to use these weapons in the 1v1s. So yeah, I'll cut to when I get to that. Yeah, sorry the video was taking too long, so I didn't really add the cut. It would have made it 30 plus minutes long. So yeah, sorry about that. Thanks for watching the video, and goodbye.